But on the other side too, though, like I be wanna when I like emotions is something that I never like. I always lacked. I never show. I never. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of hard for me too to even just like show that side because I don't really. I got that side, but I really like on some real shit. No cap. Like I really don't even fuck with that side of me. Like I really like that's a door. You see what I'm saying? Like it's a wall up that I got with that side of me emotionally. Like but since I've been a kid, I always been like just not emotional. Like just show them, even if I am sad, even if I am mad. You will know if I'm mad, but if I'm sad or something, like you ain't gonna know. I ain't gonna show that shit. Cause like where I'm from and shit, like how we was moving around and stuff, like you can't show you sad, like what you sad, you weak, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's just like, I got that, I keep, throughout this whole process and whatever, my whole journey in life, I made sure if I ain't changed shit about me, I ain't changed that part, like, you know? So I just feel like a lot of real shit going on, a lot of people looking at me and shit. So I want to just like, this what I'm going through, this how I'm feeling, like, this what it is. In this moment in life, like, I feel like I should be emotional and I should show emotion. I shouldn't put that wall up, not for this time, you know? Mm-hmm. I'm so used to doing it, but this particular moment, like, nah, like, bitch, I'm hurt. No cap, that's what's going on. So, yeah, I'm just gonna face that. I'm facing this shit. It's just, I'm facing everything.
Hey everybody, I hope you guys are doing well. So I wanted to come to you guys with a video. I know it's been a few days since I've been over here, but I have been with my grandmuffin and it was Bath and Body Works candle day all weekend, so I had stuff to do. But I am back and I wanted to talk a little bit about Asian doll. So you saw that little clip of her talking, and I wanted to start this video with that because it's been about a month since King Von was tragically killed, and I follow a few of his family members, and for the most part, people have, they grieve in their own way. Everybody grieves in their own way, right? Some people are far more subdued than other people. But Asian Doll has been getting a lot of flack lately based on some of her behavior online since he was killed. Okay. Now, after Vaughn was killed, she was heavy online. She was pretty much accusing his boys of leaving him. People were saying that, his boys left him to die. She even said that she knew his last words. His last words was like, why y'all let him get up on me? Something along those lines. And the manager came out and basically said, like, listen, that girl went and talked to a spiritual medium. Those was not his last words. The medium told her that it's just been all kinds of bizarre foolishness ever since he was killed. The man who actually shot and killed Vaughn is in custody. So it was kind of a quick turnaround with that. And his family laid him to rest in a very quiet, private ceremony. But ever since then, Asian has been visible online a lot. She even turned her name into Queen Von. So now she is Queen Von. And she's been getting a lot of attention. I'm technically giving her attention now, but for a different reason, because I'm not here to drag this woman, but I am here to just ask some questions based on some observations that I've made. And my biggest question is this girl okay? Is any of her friends really paying attention to some of her behavior? Because I cannot imagine that some of the stuff that I've been seeing is healthy for someone who will eventually need to pick it up and move on. Now, when this first happened, I did get at her ass when this first happened, because one of the things that she made a point of before all of this happened is that she wanted at least 3 bodies before anybody could talk to her. She liked killers. So when Vaughn died, a lot of people was like, well, hold up, Asian, this is what you wanted. This is the kind of man you wanted. And so what's all the falling out, talking about take me with you for, because this is the kind of man you wanted to attract. And listen, no offense to, Vaughn and his people, but at the end of the day, Vaughn was a killer. I don't think he made any, qualms or regrets about that. He was a killer, and a killer got killed. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but that is pretty much what happened here. And so you have this girl, and that's why I was like, okay, Asia, what do you expect to happen? What did you expect by even wanting to have a boyfriend who was a killer? How did you think that was going to end? Because it can only end one or two ways, right? So I did get at her about that, but I just chalked it up to her being stupid and young. A lot of these girls be saying all kinds of dumb shit until it's a reality. But a lot of people, a lot of commenters and people online have been making observations that they think that she's doing a lot of this grieving for clout purposes. Because the truth of the matter is she has gotten way more attention online since Von's passing, and the fact that she changed her name to Queen Von, right? Now she is Queen Von. Most recently, Queen Von went and got a tattoo of his hand. It's not his hand, of his face on her hand. Which, to be honest with you, listen, I'm not a face tattoo person. I'm just not I'm a tattoo person, but I'm not a face on the body tattoo person. So when she got this tattoo, a lot of people was like, okay, she doing too much. Why she get it on her hand? How she gonna move on? The next man gonna be like, a lot of people were sexualizing that tattoo. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all, because I don't feel like people gave Lauren London that kind of grief when Lauren went and got Nip's face on her body. I didn't think that was fair. Now, some people pointed out, well, Nip and Lauren, that was her husband, that was his wife. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. They was boyfriend and girlfriend. They had a child. And yes, they have been together for a minute, and everybody look at them like, oh, they were just soulmates. That was kindred spirits and stuff like that. All of that could certainly be true, but it don't change the fact that that was still her boyfriend. And she got her boyfriend, her slain boyfriend, on her body. Von and Asia were not together at the time of his death, but she felt the best way to honor him, in her opinion, was to put his face on her body, on her hand. I can't sit here and again, I'm not here to police this girl's grief. I'm here to ask some questions, but not necessarily police her grief. So if you ain't going to give it to Lauren London, and you ain't going to tell her, well, how you going to move on and da-da-da-da-da, then I don't think that people should do it with this girl either. Now, supposedly, Asian and Von had been together for 2 years. And they had broke up maybe like the late summer or something like that. Now, I question those 2 years because Von has 2 young children that aren't even 2 yet. So the timetable of this seems a little odd to me. And it could certainly be. It could certainly be that they were together for 2 years, but he certainly was doing other stuff too at that time. And the rumor has it is that they broke up because Von hadn't been faithful. And I could see that. I could absolutely see that, right? This is a man who Von was just coming into his own. He, became very popular. I could absolutely see that. And I remember, I think it was like late summer when Asian got arrested, and she was trying to get Von's attention, like, hey, come see about me. I don't think he ever came and saw about her. That I don't think he did. But the point of the matter is that I feel like, although we cannot police someone's grief, we can certainly question some of their behaviors. This is Asian a few days ago. I cut the music because I didn't want to get in trouble. But look at her, and you tell me if she is not taking on the mannerisms, the spirit, if you will, of King Von in this video. I'm not talking about the music, because a lot of her fans are saying that she always rapped that way. And again, you can't hear the music, but the point is that if you listen to her music, a lot of people are saying, well, she's not rapping like him because she actually already rapped like that, and she's been rapping long before Von. That's true. But that don't mean that she is not taking on his mannerisms, but even just the way her body. Look, come on now. If you ever look at anything from King Von, you can look at her and you know that this girl is trying to take on the spirit of Von. And I can't imagine that nobody finds this even a slight tad bizarre. It's just bizarre, which is why a lot of people feel like she's doing this for attention. She's doing this for clout, because talking about and rapping his music and getting online and calling yourself Queen Von gets you attention. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that a lot of people are saying that she's only doing all of this because it has gotten her far more attention. Because now that she gets online, when she goes live, people are, hey, Queen Von, Queen Von, Queen Von, Von loved you, love you, love you. I'm not here to say that he didn't love this girl. I'm not here to say that he didn't have love for this girl. But my worry for her, because I don't think that this is a healthy way to move forward. I don't, right? My worry for her is that I think that the reality of what is not matching what she is displaying. And oftentimes we do that. Sometimes we get caught up in what we wanted something to be as opposed to what it was. And I think that this is one of those cases like that. Do I think that Von loved this girl? I do think he cared for her. I think that at one point he absolutely loved her. But remember, they weren't even together when he died. And this was the main girl getting online like, oh, I wish that, I should have died with you and stuff like that. His own baby mama, who he had a very tight relationship with, wasn't even out here doing all of that. Again, people grieve differently, but I just think that when Asian does a lot of that, it only breathes life into this fact that a lot of people feel like she's doing this for attention. At the end of Von's life, they weren't necessarily even that cool with each other. Apparently, Asian had went and did a song with NBA Youngboy, and NBA Young and Von had said some words about that was trash, and he even was like, hoes gonna do what hoes gonna do, something along those lines. So they weren't even super cool. And matter of fact, I was able to pull up some tweets where he was basically saying, listen, I'm young and I'm a young dude. And so I'm young, I'm going to go out and do what I want to do. And that is, if I want to go out and screw 1,000 girls, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Right. Whereas she talking about, I'm going to hold a dude down. I like boys as killers. I'm going to send them cards, glorifying dealing with somebody that's locked up and incarcerated. These were her tweets prior. Remember, this was her stuff prior to him getting killed. Von, on the other hand, had a whole different outlook on how things was for him at the time of his death. He just wanted to have fun. He just wanted to be out there enjoying himself, having fun, mess with all the girls, living life. Here he is. He said, I got advice for all the upcoming ends that's already in it. Go crazy, be great, get you some money, F all the O's, take care of your people, win. Just while you're doing all that, please stay the F out my way, because I don't play that. Now, again, that's what he said. Okay, those were his words. And even then, when they broke up and they were kind of going back and forth online, he basically told her, look, you a good person, but I just ain't the dude for you. He was basically telling her that. Okay, this was prior to him getting killed. He was telling her, I ain't the dude for you. It ain't me. You looking for somebody, but it ain't me. Whatever you out there looking for, I ain't that dude. And he was telling her that, which is why all of this is quite bizarre to me. You see it? He says, you deserve a good end. I just got too much on my plate to be him, right? Got to protect my heart by any means. And even after all of that, when somebody got online, somebody called themselves getting online and basically saying, why you treating her like that? Why you treating that girl like that and doing all of that capping and acting like you don't care about that girl and that girl held you down and all this stuff like that. And he said it straight that Asian ain't the one that held him down. Look, it says, somebody said basically saying you getting a lot of money right now and a lot of Instagram blank. He said the main one that stayed down, y'all don't even see her. Y'all just fans and fake pages don't see it, right? Instagram hoes and shit temporary. Everything that comes with this fame, shit temporary. He is referring to the fact that Kima, the one that has his youngest child, his son, is the one that held him down. He was with Kima for 4 years. He wasn't even looking at Asian like that. Yeah, he was with her, but he wasn't with her to the point that he I promise you, he went out here calling Kima no hoe. So this just, in my opinion, shows that Asian, this cannot be healthy. She is caught up in the fantasy of what she wanted Vaughn to be as opposed to what he really was with her. They were two people that dated. I'm sure they had love for each other, but at the end of the day, she want to go and she want to die for him, and she wished that she had died with him. And I just don't think that if the tables were turned, he would have had the same for her. I just don't think that he would have wanted to lay down and die for her. Okay? Talking about, I adore you, boy. I live for you. I'm deeply in love with you. Your soul. Thank you, my king. Now, this was back in April. So, again, I just don't ever see him pouring himself out. And not to say that he was that kind of dude. But you saw that tweet where he said, see, the one that held me down, y'all don't even see her. Because Kima really is very low-key online. She, I think she's a businesswoman. She do her little promotion and she get up off of there. She don't be online, on live. She don't do all of that. So he is basically telling the folks that think that it was something like, Asian and him was just this big old super duper Lauren and Nip hustle type of thing. It was not. She is in love with the fantasy of what she wanted her and Vaughn to be. And it just wasn't the reality, which is why I say this can't be healthy. And her people need to really check on her, because how long is she going to become Queen Vaughn? How long is Queen Vaughn going to be? How long is she going to keep that name? Is she going to just take on the persona and become Vaughn reincarnated and perform that way? I just don't think that this is healthy. And I just don't think that reality matches what she is displaying, which is why a lot of people are questioning if she's doing this, for clout. And I hate clout. I hate that word clout. But a lot of people feel like she is simply doing this for clout because the reality does not match or did not match what she is now displaying, considering they were not together when he died. Not to say that she doesn't love him, because again, if you have some love for somebody and somebody is tragically taken from here, you're going to feel a type of way. And that's why I say people don't police her grief. That's not what I am doing here. But I am looking at what she's been doing and saying just her mannerisms and how she's been out here moving and just saying, this ain't healthy for someone who will eventually need to move on, right? She as when we all lose people and they forever stay with us, but I can't walk around, with the spirit of certain in my body acting like them. That cannot be healthy for her to move on. And like I said, that's why a lot of people feel like she is truly attention seeking in this regard. I'm not saying that, but it is an observation of a lot of people. And based on those tweets, that was just maybe a couple of weeks prior to him dying, the reality of what is not matching what we are seeing in her behavior online. And I just wanted to just kind of point that out. But I do wish her well. I hope that at one day she will be able to move forward and move on. But, grief is funny that way. But we can't get so stuck in it that we can't move on. And she's so young. She's just so young. And right now she may feel like she can't, like she'll never love again. But the truth of the matter is, she won't be able to move on if nobody checks this behavior and nobody helps her with this, right? And who's to say? Maybe she is getting help. I don't know. But I wish her well. I do. But I just wanted to point out those observations because I did notice some of that, and I thought it was a little bizarre just watching her act like him. That's just a bit bizarre, and it cannot be healthy. But the tattoo thing, like I said, if people ain't gonna give Lauren London no grief about it, don't give this girl no grief about it. People grieve in their own ways, and they do the best that they can. But it is questionable. I can see why people are questioning it. But that's all I wanted to say about all of this, y'all. I guess I'm going to find some stuff to talk about this week. I know YouTube has been on fire for the last several days. I have watched, but I ain't said nothing. But nonetheless, I will definitely see you guys on the next video. Do me a favor, like, comment.